So as you're doing your inner work, your spiritual work, even your practical day to day work on yourself and in general, I wanted to leave this message of letting you know or reminding you, because I had to remind myself that you can change your mind. You're free to change your mind. And I know when you hear it's like, okay, duh, like you have autonomy over your own self. But sometimes it can feel like a lot of pressure to stay down a path that you chosen, even one that you could have swore you were going to go down, a path that you wanted, something that you loved, and then you gather more information and then you find out, actually no, I don't. But then there's so many people expecting things of you, wanting you to go down, keep going down that same route, and you're like, I don't know. I don't think we understand how often we stay committed to something that we don't truly love and that we have fell out of interest with because of other people and their what they might think, or you don't want to disappoint people, you don't want to disappoint yourself. You feel like you have to stick to it, or else if you quit, you're a quitter, you're a failure. And I want you to remember that that's not true. And it's more admirable to try something and be honest with yourself and realize, hey, this is not me, I'm not feeling this, I'm going to pivot. And be strong enough and wise enough to know when that is, and to have the courage to go ahead and change your mind. You can change your mind on anything, whether that's a job that you work super hard, you went to school for it, you got your degree, and then you change your mind. It's your life. You gain knowledge and you truly now know that that's not the job, that's not the career, that's not how I envision my lifestyle. And sometimes you don't know until you start down that path and realize that, oh wait, this is not me. So if you're struggling with that right now, understand that this is your life that you have to live, and you have to be okay with whatever you choose. And people might have judgment or they might be disappointed, but at the end of the day, I truly believe people just want to see you in the highest alignment, in your highest vibration, being happy. And it starts with you taking a chance on yourself and being honest with yourself and authentic with yourself about who you are, what you want. And if you thought you wanted something and you decide you don't want it anymore, that's okay. We don't have to stay stuck to one thing just because your parents wanted you to, even you wanted you to, So even when it comes down to what you thought you wanted relationship wise, because I do want to just touch on that, because a lot of times we can go into a situation thinking that we want this person who does that and acts like that and looks like that, and maybe you get into a relationship with somebody and y'all are on the same path in the beginning, but then you realize actually that's not what I want. And that can break your own heart sometimes, when you thought that this person was the love of your life, but then you grow, they grow, you realize that this is not quite for me. And as you both grow and develop, you start to go a different path. You go this way, they go that way. That's a more natural sense. But maybe sometimes somebody is staying the same, but you're changing, and they have been steady and consistent, but now what you want out of them changes, and they're like, well, I didn't change, there's nothing about me that changed. And it's like, you're not blaming them, it's just, and they didn't do anything wrong, it's just you now want something different. And if you don't honor that, you will be in a situation for way longer and you will be unhappy. So if that's you, I mean, you don't gotta let me know or anything, but just take note of your actual wants and needs, and if you are working towards those right now, or if you've gotten a little bit off track, or is this something that you truly still want? Are you sure you want to live in the city because it's hustling and bustling, or when you get to the city you realize, actually, I hate the city, I'd rather go live in the country with a lot of land and freedom and fresh air? Maybe you thought you liked the north, but you really like the south. And some people are like, oh, I thought you liked it, and they're yapping in your ear, right? It's like, hey, well, I changed my mind. So it can be something very big and drastic that matters to a lot of people, and people are depending on you, or it could be something really small, like, I thought I liked my hair this way, but I changed my mind. And when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, oh yeah, I can just dye my hair another color. Oh, I dyed it black, now I want it blonde. We're more open to that. But when it's deeper things, I think we hesitate a lot more, because we want to be people of our word, especially if you are honorable and Maybe people look up to you. You want to be a steady and stable person who, says what they're going to do and is committed to what they want to do and doesn't go back and forth with their wants. Hey, this is life. And how else are you going to learn what you like and what you don't like if you don't allow yourself to change your mind? You know what I mean? So it's really going with the flow of what you're given and understanding that you will be given choices in life. The universe will give you a situation. You'll say yes, no, maybe so. Sometimes it's a strong no and you're like absolutely not. Sometimes it's like maybe, and then sometimes it's yes and then I change my mind as actually a no. But just make sure that your actions are backing that up and it's just not staying in your head and like, oh yeah, no, yeah, no. But if nothing is changing your practical life, that can be a lot of a challenge as well. So if you decided the answer is now no or the answer is now yes, walk the walk as much as you talk the talk, okay? And that just takes a little bit of practice, especially if you're somebody who, oh, I'm yapping, y'all, especially if you're someone who has not been given the autonomy throughout your whole life. Like maybe you've been told what to do, given what to do, and you're now coming into a place where you actually get to decide. That's a lot of pressure. I know a lot of people like freedom to choose and they think like, oh, I want to do what I want to do. But when it comes to doing what you want to do, that means every decision you make is on you. And all you have is the backing of God, the universe, and your own heart to guide you and your own intuition, and nobody else to fall back on. So it can be tricky, it can be tough, it can be challenging, but I just wanted to put that message out there, that seed out there, just in case anybody is struggling with changing their mind, wanting to do something else, wanting to follow their heart's calling that you just now got. Like maybe you didn't know that you wanted this, but then something awakened in you and now suddenly you want to move to Africa, you know what I mean? And some people might look at you crazy. It's like, oh, I thought I wanted to live, in this type of country, but now I want to live in that type of country. And then you might change your mind again. It's like, actually, no. You know what I mean? So this is a life worth living and exploring, and that's why you're here, to go with the flow and to follow your whims, okay? Change your mind, follow your whims, and it's not going to be a disaster. You'll be just fine. Find people who support you in whatever that you do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it right there. So that is the message for today. Y'all let me know what y'all think and leave it down in the comment section and hit the subscribe and like button, and I'll talk to y'all later.